Morning, YouTube. Muchísimo Eugene, another video from Exit Strategy. Welcome. There's a certain type of people that exist in the world that manipulate good-natured behavior. They misdefine, scandalize good-natured people. And in exchange for slandering good-natured people, they go on to manufacture the good-natured person. They mimic. So, gentle reminder, just because a person you've heard about is a good person, just because you've heard that they are a decent human being, don't take that at face value, because there are individuals in this world that are demon possessed, and they are capturing and remanufacturing good-natured people behavior. And those people are narcissists. They can take the most sacred thing, the most sacredest thing in the world, like faith and religion, and they will manipulate it for their own personal gain. I'm not using the mic, not because I don't have them. It's one of the AV plugs that goes into the phone. I'm sorry, guys. There's always something, but this download came and I needed to put it out, because you may say, as an empath, chosen one, awakened, that you see these things already. Well, we do. But a lot of times we get laxed and we go off of secondhand information. We go off of what good-natured people endorse. A good-natured person may endorse a person as being a good person. You know, they are decent. I've known them for 5-10 years. It is very likely, even as an awakened empath who has had friends for many years, but yet still you haven't discovered that they are narcissists. That is how dedicated a narcissist is in manipulation, and they are masters at it. Because what is happening, you being awakened now, a lot of times we have a problem disengaging with the very people that we've been longtime friends with, because we measure their goodness by our upbringing around them and with them. I'll take, for example, my cousins. If I didn't critically think and introspect my life in a way where I go all the way back to the things that they did to me that were not so kind, I didn't have to look very far. I didn't have to think very much about it. It was atrocious stuff that these kids, little children at 11, 10, 12, 13 years old, did. And to me, against me, I would play with my cousins. It was 7 of them, 5 boys and 2 girls. The girls wasn't vicious. I only played with the boys for the most part, but I'm sure they had some viciousness in them too. But my point is, I would play with these guys all day long, me and my brother and my sister. And we were supposed to get back home before the sun goes down. That's the thing back in the day, in the 70s. And you did that. If you didn't, you know, there were consequences. So we would play with them all day long. And as we're about to leave, a few of the brothers would pick up rocks. And it's ironic that the bully in school picked up rocks and threw them on the bus as well, hitting people on the back of the head. There's an infatuation with rocks and people back home in the South. We love to throw rocks. But staying on point, they would actually tell us, you know, we're going to give you a head start to start running back home. And no sooner as we got maybe 50 feet away, they began to just hail those rocks. And we would run as fast as we could to avoid getting hit by these rocks. And my cousins, they didn't have any regards to how big or small these rocks were. They were grabbing the biggest rocks that they could find. And we would run with everything within us, and we would dodge them for the most part. I remember one day, very specific, I thought, out of harm's way, and I began to look back. Almost like the Bible, don't look back, you know. Lot's wife turned into a pillar of salt. So I looked back and I made a comment like, ah ha ha. You know, we used to say that, ah ha ha, you didn't hit me. And I heard this noise, this buzzing noise from this rock. Sorry about that window over there, guys. It's cracked and it's got a little crack in it. It's down a little bit, so it makes that whistling noise. But anyway, I said, ha ha ha, you didn't get me. And as soon as I said that, I heard that noise from that rock, and it hit me square in the head. And boy, the pain. And I ran home crying. And to say the least, I got a spanking because my mom had advised us, don't keep going down there playing with them. You see, every time you get ready to leave, they fight you. They fight you, throw rocks, push you, shove you. But it was an obsession that we could not stay away from these cousins. And so that is kind of like dealing with a narcissist. And I now know today, looking back, that these twins, my twins, I'm getting distracted. I'm going to a football game for my son this morning here in a second. These cousins, they were atrocious. And you can look back at some of your friends, family, and whatnot, and you have to scrutinize, because don't take at face value somebody telling you that somebody is good. Don't just accept good in the way that we define good, because they do things that seemingly are good for you, and they do things good towards you. You have to look at the whole picture. See some of the most atrocious things, and some of the very negative, dark things that they have done to you. And if you can come away with some of these things saying, man, you know, normal people just don't do this, you pretty much may arrive at the point that I have, that some people just know how to pretend to be good people, because what they do, they adopt good-natured people's behavior. And this is what a narcissist, this is their claim of fame. Without this, they cannot secure supply for long periods of time. But this is vital for them to get in and get inside with you, and to gain your affection, to gain your adoration and respect. They have to come in with this fake persona. So to cap this video, I just want you guys to know that there are some entities out here that are full of demonic energy called narcissists, that are very much trying to duplicate good-natured people. They take everything that's sacred. I'm about to go to a game here right now. They're in sporting events. They're cheering here or there, and it is so manufactured. Everything they do is manufactured once your eyes are open. Nothing they do is authentically convincing, if you will. And empaths that are awakened and raising their vibration, we see this, we recognize it from a mile away. We may not speak on it, but wherever you see a narcissist, you leave a narcissist right there. You leave a narcissist there to figure out their own life. Don't spend a lot of time trying to help them understand the error of their ways, or calling them out per se, like I tend to do. Short of calling them a narcissist, you know, you can call them on some of their BS, and what that does is they hate you from, you know, the time they meet you, but you're letting them know that I'm not about that. I'm not about that life. Find you somebody to play with. So you got that to your advantage, being awake and in tune. But everybody that seems to have good nature, and that's seemingly a good person, your definition of what good should be based on a consistent pattern of that person as you observe them, not secondhand information all the time. Because secondhand information could very well be that person's, and only that person's, opinion of that person that they're endorsing. This thing takes time to really see. some of these demons for what they are. And you can know them for years. And like I say, you'll have to reach back inside of your mind and say, have they ever slighted me? Have they ever did something conniving, slick, demonic, dirty, low down, scandalous? What, and if they have, what was it? And then if you can arrive at that point, you may find there are a few more things that strike your memory, and you'll say, they may have did this once or twice, but based on what they did and the depth of what they did and how they did it, with a lack of remorse, lack of accountability, that is all it takes, because you have master narcissists out there. This is what we call high-ranking high-ranking narcissists. You got them the lower narcissists, the higher narcissists. You have them, the spiritual narcissists. You have narcissists that are very, very high on that totem pole. And this takes sometimes years to really, really unearth this behavior. You see on the media now, in the news, some of these people who are falling by grace. We who look at these people now with fresh eyes, we didn't know then, as society has just discovered that they are narcissists. We didn't know at that time, but being awakened, we look at these things that transpire on the media and we say, I'll give you a case in point. P. Diddy. I'm not dropping salt on him because I don't really got time, but I am letting the masses know. If you didn't know, now you know. P. Diddy is a narcissist. Look back at some of his videos and how he celebrates other people's success. How Justin Bieber, when he came into the scene, how this guy acts like a kid in a candy store. He gets overly excited for other people, but that's his excitement, like a kid in a candy store, because what he's thinking is, I'm going to ride the back of this person's notoriety, success, and the discovery of this person. It's just more loops I'm adding to my belt. He's a goof. Not to be mean, he's a goof. He's a whole goof. And the only reason why a lot of society look up to people is because they're associated with wealth. We have to stop it, man. We have to stop it. His money don't make you. You meeting him doesn't make you a better person. You not speaking on him doesn't make you a better person. What makes you a better person is seeing things for what they are, taking what you see from that point on and using it for the benefit of living, loving, and learning from life. Helping other people and being the best person you can be. Don't get caught in the mud with these people. That being said, bless.